days, just really quick. When my father and I were in our little printing business for 18 years, we used to joke statistically amongst ourselves that we really weren't in the printing business. Really what we were in was the future print shop owner training business. Because, you know, you would hire people, work with them, train them, and give them everything you've got, and if they had a talent for it, liked it, were good at it, you know what they would do? They would quit you, try to take your customers, and open their own printing. And I used to hate those people for that, because it made us start all over again. But when I started my prepaid legal business, I finally understood, you know, what they did to me all those years in the printing business. In the prepaid business, that's what I want them to do.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, okay.
I want to help them, work with them, train them as their own business. But the reason I mention that to you, what I finally figured out in life is that those weren't evil people. You know what they were? They're just entrepreneurs. That's how the people start business in this country. Is they find something they like, they get trained, they find they have a talent, they like it, then what do people want to do? Do their own, right? Open their own business. And that's the key to the business plan and the toolbox. And everybody has been, wants to be, will be a small business owner. Why do small business owners get in business? It's for that dream, that entrepreneurial dream. But, folks, they didn't get into business to become a great bookkeeper, right? Anybody here ever own a small business of any kind?
Got one now.
You didn't get in that business to become really good at compliance issues, right?
I really do.
You didn't dream as a kid, you know, that, man, I'm going to grow up and I'm going to really be a great compliance person. Or a great bookkeeper. Or a great, a debt collector. You know, rarely do people dream of those things. But if you don't do those in your small business, those of you that have had one and ran one, I found out real quick, our kind of passion, our talent for the printing business was concept, design, layout, making something that looked nice. It was kind of fulfilling for somebody to bring in just a bunch of papers and you give them back, you know, really nice brochures and letterheads and all, something, you create something, right?
Right.
That's not what we really ended up doing in our printing business. That was secondary. What I really enjoyed became really not even secondary. It was third or fourth or fifth down the line. So was the marketing. What we had to really become good at was all the extra things you do to stay in business. Deal with the IRS, keep book. One of the biggest problems that a small business has is IRS. Not necessarily just paying their taxes, it's their payroll taxes. One of the biggest things that runs a small business out of business, or any business for that matter, but especially small or medium, is people mess up their payroll tax. They make those deposits, they get short of money one month, what do? They spend that money, right? And now when it comes to make that quarterly 941 deposit, or however it works these days, thank God I haven't done it for 15 years, they don't have the money in the account to make that payment, and all of a sudden they're on the hook for a bunch of payroll taxes. And you know what? They shut your business down, basically. Dealing with the comptroller. I remember in Texas, one of our biggest audits was dealing with the state tax guy. You know, the sales tax guy. He ended up taxing our Coke machine money.
Wow.
That's what he got us for. We paid our other stuff. Everything was pristine except our Coke box. We didn't think he paid sales tax on our Coke machine money.
Wow.
I mean, those are the